This is the day that I found the baby raccoon at this little place in my neighborhood. There's a little trail. It's called Costanoa's Canyon, which translates to Indian people of the coastal area of California. They lived in the San Francisco and the Monterey Bay area. But I now call it Racoon Trail because it's where I found the baby raccoon. And there's even a little monument there with a raccoon dedicated to the children of Brisbane. So it's kind of a special place for me now that I've had this experience here. I was on the trail and I had my earbuds in, but the music was turned off and I heard like a faint squeaking noise. It was so faint, I took the earbuds out and I heard it again, and it just sounded like a little kitten in pain. And I finally found her. She was so small that she was really hidden in like a patch of clover. And I touched her gently and respectfully with a stick, and she moved around a little and she made noise, but I mean, she was just really weak. And I felt like I should do something to help her. She had teeny tiny little hands and teeny tiny little feet, and I found a piece of cardboard and I gently lifted her up. And when I picked her up on the cardboard, she started to really squeal, and you could see her spread her little tiny fingers. And she couldn't open her eyes because she was just born. So it just really pulled at my heartstrings, and I felt I really needed to do something to help her. But as I started to move her, she started to really squeal and make a lot of noise. So I decided to just go ahead and leave her under a hollowed out tree at the bottom of the tree. I thought she might be safer there and no one would step on her. As the evening went on, my friend Christy and I decided to go and check on her. And we found her at the base of the tree, and she was just like all balled up in a little ball, freezing cold. When we moved her, she barely made any sound. She was a little bit lifeless. But then we took her home and put her in a box and wrapped her with a towel, and we wore gloves. And so Christy started doing some research and decided that we should feed the baby some formula. So she went to Target and got some baby food formula, and we got a syringe and we force fed her. And she just cried and whimpered and cried and whimpered all like so loud for so long, and we just had another, dilemma, like, are we traumatizing her? And, is it helpful to have her? And so we found out, that raccoons are nocturnal, and so maybe the mother didn't come and get the baby because it was daytime, and it recommended that online that we put her back. And so we hoped that the mama would come back and get her at night. So we dropped her off in a little box with a little towel, and she just cried and cried. She was crying so loud. And we left her in the little box, and we left thinking that maybe a coyote would get her or something. But when I went back to check on her in the morning, there was no blood, no signs of struggle, so no animal came and got her. And the box was empty. And we just feel like maybe the mama probably rescued her because the box was empty and there was no signs of any struggle and like a predator. So it must have been the mother, because if it was a human that found it, they probably would have just picked up the whole box.